Hey guys, welcome to our RV Newbie series on de-winterizing your travel trailer for the upcoming camping season. I'm Chris from West Coast Weekenders. Follow along as we show you tips and tricks, some RV DIY upgrades, and just sharing our overall adventures. So let's get started. So the first step you're going to want to take is find the water heater on your trailer and open up the cover. Now when we winterized the trailer, we had removed the plug from the water tank and left it just inside so we didn't lose it. So what we like to do is flush out our hot water tank with one of these adapters from Camco. Just screws right onto your hose. It's got an on-off valve. You just place it inside the hot water tank and turn it on. What you want to do is rinse out all the sediment inside your tank. Okay, so now that the tank is all rinsed out, got all the sediment out of there, it's nice and clean, we'll let it drain. We're going to reinstall the plug into the tank. So we got our plug, fresh wrap of Teflon tape, and we're just going to thread it back into the water heater. And you want to take an 1 1/16 socket. We're going to tighten it up until it's snug. You don't want to go too tight because you don't want to damage your water heater. Just like that. So next, we're going to want to lightly, if you have access to it, blow out the water heater with some compressed air to get any dust and debris out of there. We'll do that right now. So now that we've got the water heater all rinsed out, the plug is reinstalled, we're going to take some compressed air and just lightly blow out the water heater to get any dust and dirt and anything else that lived in there over the winter. Now, as you can see, this one is quite dirty inside. So now we're just going to rinse all that off, and then we'll move on to the next step of de-winterizing. So now that we've got the heater flushed out, we've got it lightly blown out with compressed air, all you gotta do, cover it back up. And now we're going to move on to the refrigerator side. Okay, now that we're all finished with the water heater, we're going to come over to our fridge vent. Take a flathead screwdriver. What you want to do is turn these clips 90 degrees. Then your fridge vent will just pop out. Now what you want to do is take either a vacuum or some compressed air and just lightly clean it all out. Get any debris out of there that's accumulated over the winter. So I'm going to take some compressed air right now, blow it all out, and we'll check back in a minute. Okay, so now that the fridge is all cleaned out, what we want to do is reinstall our vent cover back onto the trailer. But what you want to make sure is this vent hose here actually goes through your vent cover. If it doesn't, this will drip water inside, can cause rot issues, mold, all that kind of stuff. So you want to make sure that it actually goes through the outside of your cover so the water will drip out and not into your trailer. So we're going to reinstall this cover. That's that simple. So now we're going to move on to draining out the antifreeze and getting that all flushed out. Alright guys, so now we're going to drain the antifreeze out of the trailer. I've already gone inside and opened up one of the faucets so we get the air to cycle through. So what you want to do is open up your low point drains. Fortunately on this trailer, they're a screw-on type cap. And what we want to do is drain all the old antifreeze out into a container to dispose of properly. So I'm going to let those drain and we'll check back in 1 sec. Okay, now that all the antifreeze is drained out of the trailer, you want to reinstall your low point caps or close your drains. And then what we're going to do is fill up our fresh tank with about 1/3 of water, and then we're going to head inside and flush out all the taps to get any remaining antifreeze out of them. Okay, now that we've got all the antifreeze drained out of the lines, we're going to go ahead, we're going to fill our fresh water tank up to about 1/3 of a tank. Using that, we've got this awesome adapter made by Camco. Works great for filling the tank. So just remove your cap, put it in there. It's got a valve and we'll just let that fill up. Then we'll go inside and we'll continue to flush the rest of the antifreeze out of the taps and the shower, and then we're basically almost good to go at that point. Okay guys, now we're back inside the trailer. What we have to do is locate where our water pump is to make sure the valve from when we pumped in the antifreeze is in the correct position. So we're going to locate that, switch it over, then we'll go ahead and turn our pump on and then flush out the lines. Okay, now that we've located the water pump, what we want to do is find the T where we suck in the antifreeze, and there'll be a valve on there. What you want to do is turn that valve so now water will flow from the pump through our system. Okay, now that we've got the valve switched over on the pump, we're going to come up here to our control panel and we're going to turn on our water pump. And what you want to do is you want to hear the pump run until it stops. And once it stops, you know that the system is pressurized. So now, once we got the pump on, we're going to come to our taps and turn them on. And we want to make sure that the water runs clear. Okay, now that you've got the faucet running clear in the sink, you want to move to all your other faucets in the trailer. Bathroom, shower, you want to flush out the toilet, and the outside shower if you have one. Okay, now once we got everything all flushed out, all the faucets, taps, everything, we're going to go and find our hot water tank again, because now we have to turn the bypass valve off so the tank will fill up with water and we can fire up our hot water heater. Let's go find that. Now that we've located our hot water tank, we're going to turn the bypass valve on. So what we want to do is reach down in, there'll be a valve here. And you just want to turn that over. So now the water will flow into our hot water tank. It'll flow out. Once the pump shuts off, we can turn the hot water tank on and let it heat up. Now that the hot water tank is full, we want to just open up one of the hot water faucets to bleed out any excess air. So now that we've got all the lines flushed out, what we want to do is bleed the air out of the propane lines. So go ahead and turn on your propane tanks. I find the best way is come to your stove, light one of the burners to get all the air out of the line. So let's go ahead and do that now. So then once it's lit, you know you're getting propane to your stove. Your other appliances should have propane going to them as well. So now what we can do is go ahead and turn on our water heater. And you should be able to hear it click as it tries to fire the water heater. So that basically wraps up our RV newbie's guide to de-winterizing your trailer. We hope you guys liked the video. If you do, leave a comment down below, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and we hope to see you again. Thanks for watching.